Hey guys, how's it hanging? It is Eric here, and today I'm going to be showing you my top 10 facts about Plushtrap in Five Nights at Freddy's AR Special Delivery. Up at number 10 we have that Plushtrap has been implemented into Five Nights at Freddy's AR Special Delivery on Thursday, October 29th, 2020. And yeah, at the moment he is the newest character to be added into the game. He's appeared right after Katrina Toychica, but sticking to new characters. He's appeared right after Jack O'Bonnie. Now for number 9 we have that in the workshop, Plushtrap actually sits on a chair. I like how they included this detail. If you know Plushtrap, you'd know that he's always affiliated with his signature chair. This has began in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, continued to Ultimate Custom Night, brought into Help Wanted, and even now, it's still here in Special Delivery. So yeah, his chair is in the workshop, and you can also catch sight of it while in game. Admittedly, it is quite difficult to see because you are at the opposite end of the hallway, so if you look really closely, you will be able to see his chair in the distance. Now for number 8 we have that the app icon for FNAF AR has changed to a picture of Plushtrap. I believe the reason for this is because this is the biggest update in a while, and as for the reasoning why, we'll cover a little later. Wink wink. Either way, pretty cool. I believe the only other character to cover on the app icon other than Freddy is Freddy Frostbear, and he was the first ever skin in the game, which was pretty freaking big. And the update with Plushtrap is also pretty big, so I guess we have our answer. Now for number 7 we have that when you finally control shock Plushtrap, the electric shock comes from above you, meaning that the shocker isn't in your hands like it's thought to be, but at the same time, when you shock Plushtrap casually in front of you, the electric shock seems to come from in front of you. So I do believe that there are two forms of shockers while up against Plushtrap. Now for fact number 6 we have that there are two hydro tanks beside you and some kind of a breaker box behind you. And from the previous fact, the final control shock is vastly theorized to come from the two hydro tanks, and the reasoning for why is because you are progressively conducting electricity into them, and when you do the finishing shock, they are powered up and ready to roll. Anyway, if these two hydro tanks look familiar to you, then they rightfully should. Illumix has released a teaser image a few days prior to the update comprising of this very machine. Moving on to fact number 5, we have that Plushtrap's CPU is only compatible with Plushtrap himself. This technically means that his CPU is quite useless to own unless you plan on collecting it for the sole purpose of having it. Anyways, it makes total sense that his CPU isn't compatible with anyone else, and that is because Plushtrap's environment is the most unique environment in the history of FNAF AR, and it'd be almost impossible to put like Ballora in his place. Quite frankly, that could break the game. But obviously I do not know for certain, cause I am not an augmented reality programmer. But I do think it'd be a lot more different assets to handle. Either way, Illumix has made a post concerning Plushtrap's CPU. They claim that Plushtrap's CPU is currently only compatible with Plushtrap. It is unclear if this is hinting towards his CPU to being accordant to others in the future. Now for number 4 we have that unlike literally every other animatronic currently in the game, Plushtrap only has the capability to attack you from one direction. If you've played FNAF AR, you'd know that all animatronics have 360 degrees radius of attack measurements, and Plushtrap, like usual, only appears to have one attack pathway, and you might think this makes the game less scary because you constantly have watch on him. Well, that is actually not the case because you actually need to maintain power levels between two machines beside you, so you actually need to pursue looking in all 4 directions because there are things to be covered in all 4. So yeah, while you are maintaining something, Plushtrap can quickly come over and jump scare you, and that is really freaking scary. Now for number 3 we have that as soon as Plushtrap was launched in the game, an entire new set of mechanics and gameplay aspects were implemented with Plushtrap. Plushtrap's mechanics are extremely unique, likely the most unique. His mechanics are quite similar to his original behavior from Five Nights 4. Whenever the lights go off, there is a chance where he will move closer to you. He travels towards you in a zigzag pattern, which is extremely diverse from other animatronics, whose fashion of traveling towards you is typically straight. The strategy in which to defeat Plushtrap is, you need to conduct electricity to 2 hydro tanks beside you. There is a breaker box behind you, showing you the currency levels. When the breaker box shows green, it means there is enough electricity to shock Plushtrap. And if he is close enough, you can zap him and win. I'm not sure if this works during any placement of Plushtrap, or if it only works if he's near the final step. But if he has to be near the final step to get shocked, then I guess it's a game of conserve and observe. Now for number 2, we have that while up against Plushtrap in game, you would instantly notice that Plushtrap's environment is insanely unique. That's right, this is the first time we've seen an entirely augmented reality simulated room in FNAF AR. And the whole thing looks so freaking epic. And interestingly enough, it still takes place in a hallway, which is very distinguishable to Plushtrap himself. Anyway, it is unclear if Illumix will decide to do more things like this. For example, we could have Nightmare Fredbear or Nightmare in the FNAF 4 room, or Marionette in the FNAF 2 prize corner, and stuff like that. And now finally, for the ultimate fact number 1, we have that Illumix has stated that there is an Easter egg hidden somewhere in Plushtrap's teaser video, and as of now, the community has not found it yet. However, I believe I have found 1 or 2. The second one is slightly less distinguishable, but the first one, I'm quite confident in calling it the Easter egg in question. So if you look here, in the bottom right corner we have an object, looks awfully similar to the likes of a monitor we see on the desk in Five Nights 1. Now if you look closely, here on the screen we have what appears to be a hallway, also from Five Nights 1. Because again, if you look closely, you can see the black and white checker pattern along the walls. So that is my confirmation on Easter egg number 1. Easter egg number 2, I am mildly less confident in. This one here is a purple glitchy screen, where if you look around to the bottom right, there is a rectangle of a black and red figure inside, with what just might be its teeth showing. I believe this figure is supposed to represent Lefty, because the figure is mainly black. There's red in the middle where her bow tie should be, and you can also see some gray, which is the snout. Either way, that is just what I believe the Easter egg could be. One of the two. Either way, tell me which one you guys think it is. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that video, and if you did, why not leave a like to show me? It really does help a lot, and I really do appreciate it. And otherwise, if you want to see more Five Nights at Freddy's videos from me, why not subscribe to my channel, and I promise you, you will absolutely not regret it. And if you want to be first to more FNAF videos in the future, like top 10s and theories and stuff like that, why not study that bell down below? And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and thanks so much for the support as usual. And with all that said, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay fresh.